Welcome back to Ta-da! 3D printing.
Okay, we are on to the chapter 3 of the Prusa XL enclosure build. This is the printer upgrade, and we will actually start working on the Prusa XL, modding that. It looks like this chapter is going to be difficulty moderate with 61 steps. We have moved the build a little bit because my shed was popping quite a bit, so we are in a new area. Step 1, the tools we need are the T10 Torx key and the 2.5 Allen key. Step 2, XL base covers removing. We need to, when we're looking at the front of the Prusa XL, we need to remove the right extrusion cover and the left extrusion cover. Okay. Step 3 is to prepare the XL base nuts, 4 of them. The M3NE, I'm going to assume that everything is with the fasteners. Okay, it looks like there's 5, so 1 is a spare. I'm assuming that we're not going to need to keep these. We're probably going to just replace them completely. Step 4 says how to insert these. We're going to fit the M3NE nut and push it into the profile in the direction of the pins and secure it. Looks like it's showing it on this side first. And we need to put 2 on this side. So just loop the pins in. And then angle it over. So 2 on this side. And 2 on the right. And it has them kind of just spaced out a couple inches from the back and about 3 inches from the front as well, looks like. Step 6, lower bellows holder parts preparation. Looks like we need to get the bellows set, which is in this box. So this is the lower bellows holder, which is this frame here. It doesn't look like we're doing anything with these flat pieces yet, but the magnets that are in that box we do need. Upper magnet holder, bellows magnet holder, magnet spacer, all of these things we need. Okay, so in this bag, there is 8 items, but we only need 6 of them. So I'm comparing them to the picture to see exactly which things we need. It looks like we do need these are the spacers. We need both of these. And we need, yeah, these magnets are very strong magnets. Wow, and then there's a bunch in here too. Okay, it says that there's a set of magnets. Okay, so now that I've got these things, I've got the magnets pulled away from the other pieces, I can kind of see what I've got. These 2 pieces are smaller than the other ones. And I'm just trying to compare to the picture. because it shows 2 magnets. Okay, fine, I can deal with breaking off 2 magnets. But I just can't tell if I'm supposed to be using these or these. So I'm just trying to see scale-wise, they look like they're supposed to be the same size as the spacer. So I'm gonna assume that it's this for now. And I'm gonna put the smaller ones aside. And then I need 2 magnets out of this bag as well. And I'm a little bit nervous about putting these too close to anything, so I'm just gonna set the entire bag right here for now. Then I need 4 M3x6 screws. Okay, so it's saying 4 M3x6 screws, and I have 3 sets of 3s. So I'm just gonna cut into 2 of these. And then 4 M3x8 BT screws. M3x8 BT. Again, I have a 3-piece here. Trash. I need to get rid of my trash here, otherwise it's gonna get out of control real quick. And then I have another set of M3 here with 3. So I have 4 and 4 now. Step 7, few tips before we start. Of course, keep the magnets apart at a sufficient distance. They can break each other. Okay, step 8. So I have moved everything together. Screws, I think everything. Step 8, right bellows magnet spacer. Take the bellows magnet spacer and place in on the bellows magnet holder. Okay, like that. Insert the bellows magnet spacer with the bellows magnet holder under the cutout in the lower bellows holder. So we're gonna do this. I believe it's gonna be like this direction. We're gonna slip it like this, and then we're gonna take the screws and put it like this. Now, the beginning of this chapter, we pulled out these screws, or these tools. And then the very next picture shows us, or shows them, using this tool. Why we weren't asked to pull this tool out, I don't know. But we're supposed to be using the flat-headed screw for this. Okay, let's see if I can make all this happen here. This first metal piece is not threaded, but the second one is, and it is kind of irritating. Okay. Once I get it started, it makes it a lot easier. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So we just did the right one. Now, of course, we're going to do the exact same thing on the left side. Yep. Yeah, now it's saying to use the Torx screwdriver. Okay, so we're just going to flip this around. and do the exact same thing. Okay. Here we are. Okay, step 9 is done. Step 10, lower magnets. Take a magnet and carefully and slowly place it in the left cutout. The polarity of the magnet is not important. Take a magnet and carefully and slowly place it in the right cutout. Alrighty? So, other one can go all the way over there. Step 11, lower bellows holder securing, left side. Attach the lower bellows holder assembly on the XL base with magnets facing up. Hint, you can align the M3 and ES nuts with the M3 hole in the lower bellows holder using the square holes and an Allen wrench. And then insert the M3x6 screws to the left front hole and tighten using the 2.5 Allen key. Magnets facing up. Because yeah, the front nut is or the back nut is way off. Okay, now that one's really good. Those ones are good. I might as well do this other side before I start screwing everything in place. Way off. Okay, I think they look good now. I hope. I think it said to do this one first. Be nice if these locked a little better. No, maybe I can. Okay. That one's good. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Step 12. I do the next two. This seems a little odd. And again, it's like, it's sometimes so much easier on the left side, and then I jump to the right side and everything feels so backwards, which, I mean, makes sense. It's just, yeah. It is what it is. I'm very glad that I adjusted all of those things already, because that would be a pain in the butt to do. If you couldn't see things, or if some of it was partially already secured. Okay. Step 13, CoreXY insert parts preparation. For the next steps, please prepare 4 M3NES nuts. Okay, I have another bag that says 5, including 1 spare. Step 14, CoreXY inserts. From the bottom side of the CoreXY, insert 2 M3NES inserts into the left extrusion and then into the right extrusion. We are talking about this. Okay, same process as before. I might get looped it, flipped it back. Yep. Loop it, flip it back. Okay. Looks like we've got 2 inches from the front and the back is what we're going for on both sides. Step 15. All right, now we're finally going to use those flat pieces I've been wondering about. Upper magnet cover is these 2 guys. Upper magnet holder, that must have been these other 2 pieces. Four magnets. 8 M3 by 8 BT screws. Let's see, I have 3 and 3, so that's 6. And another 2 left over. And M3 spring washers for it. Lock washers. Screws, screws, screws. Okay, the only thing I can find that's even remotely close to the M3 spring washer is this that's called
The lock washer. I guess that's close enough, but I just kept looking right over it.
Step 16, few tips before we start. Keep the magnets apart. I don't think you need to tell me that again. Thanks, though. Step 17, upper magnet cover assembly. Take 2 M3WS washers. Did you change the name of it? Okay. Take the washers and place them on the upper magnet holder. Place the upper magnet cover on the washers with the upper magnet holder. Secure the assembly with the screws. And the washers have to be flattened by the tightening. Okay, so I've got the solid metal piece and then I've got the washers. And the way that the spacing on the teeth is, if I just set this on top, I think that if I set the screws in, it'll work out okay. I'm just gonna do one side and worry about the other side next. Or at least get it attached first. And maybe I can squash it after. Okay, so this side I already hooked the washer. Okay, and then it said, of course, that those washers need to be squished. So I need to make sure that I tighten them completely. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. And then it looks like we'll just have to do this again for the other side. Okay, both of those are done. Step 18, upper magnets attaching. Be careful, the magnets are strong. Carefully and slowly attach the magnets on the bottom side of the upper magnet holder on both of the covers. Polarity is not important. And then carefully and slowly insert magnets in the cutout of the upper magnet covers. So we're doing it on both sides. So the last 4 magnets. I'll put one on this side. On this side. Step 19, upper magnet cover securing right side. Insert the first upper magnet cover assembly into the right CoreXY extrusion. Hint, you can align the M3NES nuts with the hole in the upper magnet cover using the square holes and an Allen wrench. And then we'll use 2 screws to secure them. So we're starting with the right side. These look the exact same, so I don't think those matter. Okay, so I've already got them pretty well lined up that the openings are straight with these M3 nuts. I feel like these little teeth on the back are slipping along the back really well, but for some reason along the front they're not. I don't know if I just need to, yeah, pop them in a little. Okay. And then we'll have a couple of screws to secure them a little more. Got one here. Here. And again, I am assuming I'm trying to align flush with the back. I don't feel like it really gave a lot of information. There looks like there is a little bit of play along the front here that I could have scooted it forward. So we'll see. Left side. Let's make sure our alignment is good. Wow, that was way off. Okay. Pop this in. All right, so I have step 19 and 20 done. Now, step 21, connection box parts preparation. For the next step, please prepare the enclosure board cover, the enclosure splitter. Looks to me like the enclosure board cover is this guy. And the splitter looks electronic-y, so I'm going to assume that it's in here. Yeah. Wrapped in pink bubble wrap. And 2 M3x6. Looks like this package has 3 pieces in it, including 1 spare. Step 22, connection box assembly. Ensure that the longer metal section is facing away from you. Insert the XL enclosure splitter as shown in the picture, Prusa logo facing towards you. I guess I need to get this out of the package. Secure the XL splitter with 2 M3x6 screws. Fixing brackets parts preparation. For the next step, please prepare the front right and front left brackets. We're probably looking at whatever's left here. Just gonna grab everything that's left. Because I think we have 4, right? Yeah, 4 more. That's everything. Yeah. Front right, front left. Back left. Okay, I think I have them set up correctly as in the picture. And then we need M3 by 10 RT screws, 7 of them. M3 by 10R. Doesn't say T, but I think that's pretty much all that's left, other than a bunch of pop rivets still. So yeah, it's got to be that. Step 24. On the upper left side, CoreXY, using the screwdriver, remove the existing screw that's already on the machine. Okay. Wow. Okay, we're going to take this out. Attach the fixing bracket front left onto the metal cover. Front left was this one. And we have a picture of how it's supposed to look, which looks really weird. Really weird. Because it's showing it from the other side. We've got this guy. So we want the smaller side facing the opposite way. Okay, I think what they're trying to say is that this needs to loop and not be sitting on top. It just looks very strange. Okay, I'm just going to set it for now. And then we're going to use an M3 by 10R screw. And I do have it looped around on this side. Okay. Step 26, fixing bracket front right securing. Now we're moving to the right side and going to remove the screw again. And same process. Remove this screw on top. Putting this guy on there. Small side facing away, make sure we're looped. And using our new longer screw. Okay. Step 27, fixing the bracket rear left securing. I am probably gonna have to flip this machine around. It looks like quite a few of the next steps are all gonna be on the back. All right, let's flip the machine. All right, step 27, fixing bracket rear left securing. Turn the printer so the rear side is facing you. Remove 3 M3 by 8 BT screws. Those are all on the right hand side. 1, 2, 3. Attach the fixing bracket rear left. Which one was that? Rear left was that one. Not the one you would think that you would be grabbing. Just one screw. Okay, so this one is like this. We are putting one screw in the corner on the top. Okay. Attach the XL enclosure board assembly and secure with 2 more screws. Okay, so it looks like it goes Prusa towards and the long section facing down. And there's these 2 screws here. Okay, let's do the top one first. Maybe. Okay. Step 29, fixing bracket rear right. Remove 2 screws and then attach the fixing bracket rear left with 2 screws. Move these 2 screws. Yeah. Goes larger side down, skinnier side up. Okay, that's done. Step 30, removing the rear Wi-Fi antenna. This step only applies to printers that have Wi-Fi antenna on the back of the printer, otherwise skip to the next step. Yes, mine does. Mine does have it on the back. I need to remove the antenna. Step 31, XL Buddy Box. Release, a few turns are enough, 4 M3 screws on the XL Buddy box. Slide up and remove the XL Buddy cover. On here. I assume we're talking about these 4. And my cover got a little messed up in shipping, but it didn't mess up anything permanent. It just looks a little ugly. Oh, I did the wrong one. I don't think I need to do that one. Just this one. Mm-hmm. Okay. The next line is only for 5-head printers, otherwise skip to the next step. By pressing the security latch, unplug the dwarf 3, 4, and 5 from the board. Well, mine definitely looks like I got a lot more cables going on. I'm assuming it's these. Okay, so I've got 1 or 3, I guess. 4. And 5. Come on, you can do it. Okay. And you do have to push a little bit with this little thing to get it to remove, but it's fairly easy. So I've got all 3 removed. That's what it looks like with them gone, unplugged. Okay. Step 32, side antenna cover removing. Okay, I'm skipping that because I don't have a side antenna on this machine. Now I'm back to step 33, rear antenna connector removing. If you have the antenna on the side, skip this step, but I don't. So I need to unplug the antenna connector from the board. And that, I was just thinking about that. That's this little guy here. It's kind of hanging, so I need to unplug this tiny little cable. Yeah, can you see that okay? Okay, there we go. That's unplugged. Release 2 M3 screws on antenna holder. Alright, and it says just a few turns are enough. Okay. Push the cover to the right and carefully remove the antenna holder with the cable from the printer. All right, let's see how that goes. This is a little too tight. Part is removing easily, but okay, it was just kind of stuck with the cable. Yeah, okay, be gentle here. There we go. Whole thing removed. Okay, so that whole thing's gone. Step 34, extruder unplugging. In this next step, select the appropriate option. There are 2 cables for the 5 tool head. So by pressing the security latch, remove dwarf 1 and 2. Where are we even on the machine? Dwarf 1 and 2. Okay, I guess we're right here is what we're talking about. So we need to unplug these. And again, they do have a little bit of a security latch. 1 and 2. Them both removed. Unplugged. Step 35, back cover removing from the left side of the rear cable management. Remove 2 screws. Do not throw them away. Okay, so these 2 screws, when I remove completely, do not throw them away. Don't lose the antenna. From the right side of the rear cable management upper, remove 2 screws. Do not throw them away. Watch out for cables. These 2 screws. Carefully remove the rear cable management upper from the printer. Locate the right PE screw on the board. Remove M3x5 screw and leave the cable there. Do not throw away the screw. So we're talking about this lovely little guy there. Oh, by the way, you really should have your machine powered off at this point. Long ago, actually. Don't lose the screw. Step 37, fan and PE cable parts preparation. For the next step, please prepare PE cable, the longest one. We had in this box some cables. Well, yeah, some cables. PE cable, the longest one. Okay, so it does have, there's 2 cables in here that have kind of that circle. And this is the longest one. Very clear which one's the longest one. That's what we want right now. Then we want a fan cable, one that has 4 wires. Oh, I wasn't done with all these. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, these are like the same size, almost the same length. All right, so the fan cable has 4 wires. That's this one. And the fan cable is also a hair longer. Okay, so I've got the fan cable. Then the LED cable has 5 wires and is a hair shorter. And that is the only cables we need for now. There's still one little baby one left. Then we need the M3x5 screw you removed in the previous steps. Geez, I don't know which one. Which one? Was that the one I just removed? Okay, yeah, the one we removed just in the last step. I was going to say, we removed a few. Just removed that one, yes. I do have that still. And 4 zip ties. Oops, I think these are the last 4 I have. Okay. Step 38, PE cable securing. We want to put the screw like this. We have it kind of notched like this. Screw goes through here. What's confusing is my cable doesn't have a red end. There's a red end up on the machine, but not on this one. It does seem like I need to go this way, and then the next one I will go through the cable on the machine. I don't know why this one's not red. But it says to secure both cables with the screw using the Allen key. Okay. Okay, I think it's going to be a lot easier if I just loop both of them first and then push them with the screwdriver to where it. Nope. I think that's the better idea, but we're still not there. Yep, that's going to be what I'm going to do. I'm going to loop both of these first, then use the screwdriver to get them where they need to be. Yep. Okay, now they're at least looped. And I can look at the picture to see exactly how they are supposed to have the wires. Yeah, that other wire on the left is supposed to kind of loop around. Okay, so this needs to have the cord kind of just run back over this way. It looks like it goes below this little silver cylinder. You see that possibly? It goes below that. I feel like it has a little more slack than that too. Kind of like that. And then below, yeah, like that. More slack than that. See how that works. Okay. Step 39, PE cable connecting. Adjust the cable routing as shown in the picture. Slide the connector onto the metal sheet protrusion. Fully secure the PE cable to the XL enclosure board cover. I made sure that this was tight. And then I'm taking the other side of this and sliding at the bottom of that. It looks to me like it's smooth side towards us. That's what I'm going to do. And it says to fully secure it, so I'm going to push it as far as I can up there. Now step 40. Connect the fan cable to the right connector on the FDM XL enclosure splitter. More wires. And it looks to me like they both have the same on both sides. So we're going to be up here. Let's see. So we just plugged in here. We skipped 2. Going in there. Plug needs to go this way. Great. Adjust the cable routing as shown in the picture. The second picture. All right, this is annoying because the very first picture shows the fan cable in that 3rd slot. The second picture shows it in the second slot. And then it shows arrows where it loops around and then behind. Kind of looks like it goes behind here, like it loops around behind here and then goes all the way over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and loop it and we'll just see. We want it kind of snug, right? We want it snug there. It's gonna go through here. So it's gonna go here. I looped it through behind this and it's just gonna be really snug all the way over. It's going behind all of these tubes. And then, can you see the fan plug? Not really. Okay, so right here, we've got all of these cables, but right behind it, right here, this one says fan. So, I'm gonna take this, plug it in right here. Yep, heard it snap. Installing LED cable. By pressing safety latch, disconnect LED cable from the XL sandwich. So that is this very colorful. It's a very colorful one here. And then we are going to connect it over here. So the same thing that we just disconnected, we're just going to move up here to the very next one from the black one. Come on. Okay, safety latch out. Okay, so now we're on to step 42, installing the LED cable. Connect the black LED cable to the middle connector on the FDM XL enclosure splitter. So that's the last cable that we still have. And again, it looks like both ends of this cable are the exact same. So we still have one connector left here. Lead the cable behind the next extruder cables and then connect the second end to the LED light 2 connector on the XL sandwich board. I believe that's where we just disconnected the last one. We'll loop this back behind everything else. And LED light 2. Okay, so the safety needs to go towards the left. Step 43, enclosure cables securing. Locate the metal perforation on the XL enclosure board assembly. Watch out for the cables and secure the cables carefully to the enclosure board cover. So we're going to use a zip tie to just secure them all in place. There is a little spot right there. And then we'll just trim the end off. And then again, farther down, it says attach the cables to the black sleeve with a zip tie and secure carefully. Do not over tighten. So, looks like it's about where the zip tie is here. And trim off the end. Step 44 of securing the cables, it says to insert the zip tie through the metal cutout and secure all the cables. So we have 2 more spots that we need to secure them all along the back. So looks like just a little bit back from the loop of where this cable ends is where they put the zip tie, but they put all of them together. And there is a little protrusion back here on the machine that you can loop them all into. And then there's another one right here that you can loop them all into. Step 45, back cover parts preparation. So we need to find that metal piece again that we removed in the previous step, and then the 4 screws that we removed in the previous step. Step 46, don't pinch any cables. Attach the rear cable management metal piece to the printer. Double check the cables and re-secure the 4 screws. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, all of the tubes and these cables go above. All of these cables are going to go below. Okay. I feel like I'm catching a little bit right here. Yep. Okay, I caught a little on that, but as soon as I got around that, it's moving a lot better. And there definitely are cables everywhere, but nothing feels. Oh, and right here on this right side, that's a little snug, but I mean, there's openings for all of the cables, so everything looks good. Step 47, antenna cover attaching. Connect the first dock from the right side to dwarf 1. Okay, so from the right side, this one all the way on the right goes in dwarf 1. On the top. Then the second one goes in dwarf 2. Okay, these steps look a little weird. I'm just gonna install it. I think I want to put this back on before I connect the cable. So, cable goes through the opening and gets fed down through this section over that section. Okay, so we've got it through. Right. And I can set it in place. Make sure that the screws are tight. Okay. So that's snug where it needs to be. Now I can tighten the screws. All the way. And that cable goes through there, over this, and then gets plugged in here. I think Prusa's trying to separate the side from the back antenna, but overall it just needs to be connected again. Okay. I'm not gonna do this yet, but at least the cable is reconnected. Plug back in the 3. Now I need to re-plug in the third, fourth, and fifth extruder. Dwarf 3, 4, 5 in order, which just always look backwards. They're back here, 3, 4, 5. This one is 3. This one is 3 all the way on the right. Still don't understand why there's a space for a 6th, but there is on the board. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're all good. Okay. And then it says the XL splitter with connected extruders has to look like this. I think that looks the same. Okay, step 49. Be careful, do not pinch any cables. We need to put the buddy box cover back on the printer. Make sure all of the cables, check extruder cables, they have to be inside the cutout in the cover. So they all need to be in this notch here. And they are, there's plenty of space there. And then we need to tighten these up again. Okay. Step 50, caution, make sure not to get any of the lubricant for the linear rails on you. All right, step 51, lower belt release. The belt clamps must be replaced as the original parts are not suitable for the higher temperatures they will experience inside the enclosure. The new parts are high temperature rated. You don't need to change the belt clamp if you have an original Prusa XL shipped from June 2024. Definitely not the case for me. You can skip to the Bellows parts preparation. Okay, so that's not going to happen for me. Turn the printer so the front side is facing you. I have turned the printer so the front is facing me. Loosen the M3 screw holding the left CoreXY tensioner approximately 4 full turns. Do not remove the screw completely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently stretch the belt with your finger. If the belt feels loose, as shown in the picture, proceed to the next step. Yeah, it looks relatively loose. Okay. Upper belt. Okay, step 52, upper belt. Loosen the M3 screw holding the right CoreXY tensioner approximately 4 full turns. Do not remove the screw completely. Gently stretch the belt with your finger. If the belt feels loose as shown in the picture, proceed to the next step. I really haven't messed with my tension much at all. I haven't really felt like I needed to. 2, 3. I don't feel like this is doing much. 4. Yep, they are both very loose. Remove the X carriage cover. Step 53, belt clamp parts preparation. For the next step, please prepare the belt clamps. I feel like I want to say that was in this box. Is it over here? Belt clamps, yes, in this bag. You know, previous things I put together had pictures of things on the front of the bag, and this just really doesn't. But we're looking for these little these. Step 54, don't mix up the old and the new belt clamps. We need to remove 2 M3x12 RT screws. Remove the PETG belt clamp and do not throw the screws away. Take the new belt clamp and attach the belts. The belts must touch in the middle. Check that the belt is not twisted. So we're going for this. And I guess these pieces on the new are a duplicate of each other. It doesn't matter which one you're going to use. Just don't mix up these with the other ones. Okay? Doable. I am going to put the new ones on the right and the old ones on the left. That is so weird that like nothing's even moving. So because nothing moved, I'm just gonna place the other one over it. Screws were on the bottom, so I'm just gonna do this and see if everything's fine. If things pop off, fine, but I'm just gonna see if I can do this without touching the belts at all. We'll see. It is really clear that these are a different color than the other ones, so I don't know how anybody would mix these up. But PTG has a textured finish. The newer ones have a satiny finish. Okay, those look great, right? Attach the belt clamp with the belts to the X carriage. So we're gonna do this for both of them. I'm going to remove the screws on the top now. And again, it's just so weird to me that I'm like removing the screws, nothing's popping out of place. Let me take the old holder. Okay, that did pop apart. So this time, I want to make sure that they're lined up. And this one has the holes for the screws on the top, which is the opposite of this. Okay. So that is really interesting how like just squished in there they are. Okay. Okay, as I'm tightening this is getting really loose. So what I'm going to do is loosen one of them, or just focus on one side first and make it as snug as possible, and then pull the other one tight. Do the same thing. Okay. I mean, they look better than my dog hair that I've got everywhere. They look good. Clearly, we're gonna have to work on the tension later. I feel like this is multiple steps: 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. All right, we're gonna tighten them up again, but we're not necessarily dealing with tension too much. We're just gonna do 4 turns. Step 58, bellows parts preparation. We need to get the bellows. Get rid of these. Looking for this. And we just set this in place. It says attach step 60, attach the bellows on the lower bellows holder with handles facing up. So I guess we just set this. It doesn't seem like it's a lot of hardware, just magnets. Step 61, good job. Well done, the printer has been upgraded. Now go to the next extruder upgrade and select the type of printer you have, whether you have single tool head or more than one. Wow, that's kind of cool. Wow, those magnets are heavy duty. Oh, I guess I can put this back on, but I might be messing with this for a little bit. Okay, so I've got this, and I did also put on the antenna on the back as well. Cool. The bellows has been installed. See you on the next chapter. Thanks for watching.